Hey guys, Rich Bassini here, YouTube vlog creator. You know, as a YouTuber, I've been on this platform since 2013, was it 12 years now? And throughout the years being on this YouTube channel, some of you may know that I'm also a seller on eBay. I've been with them for 26 years. And for those who also know, I like to go to thrift stores. And I just want to show you all the things I picked up throughout the course of the years going to thrift stores. And some of the stuff is really good. Majority of it works. And I just want to share it with you guys. So without further ado, let me go over some of the stuff I picked up at the thrift stores, and maybe you guys can stick around and check it out. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because if you go to thrift stores and you pick certain things up, don't dismiss them, because they may be very helpful, especially if you're a new YouTuber. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Here, I got quite a bit of things to share with you guys, so hopefully the video won't be super long, but I just want to show you the things I picked up as I went through, going through with all this here. I'm just checking to make sure I got everything. I think I do, as far as like all the stuff I got from my local thrift stores and stuff. But anyway, let's get started over here. Here's the one I picked up. It's a 7-in-1 phone lens kit. I picked this up at my local thrift store. And this one here, I think this one I got as a free gift. I think it was the free gift one over here that I got. This one here. It's a universal clip lens for your phones, your iPhones. You use them on either or pretty much any iPhone, as far as I know. But I got these there. Okay, I'm gonna put these to the side because I got a lot of stuff I want to share with you guys. Here, I did a video yesterday. I think it was for the tripod I did there, the metal tripod, the Goldcrest, and I talked about this. This is the Joby. So Joby over here is the Grip Type Pro 2 mount, and this thing is awesome. If you watch the video, you've seen how I set it up with that. They're really good thing to have. Okay, the other thing is over here I picked up over here a video conference light here. I have it mounted over here. I'm not going to take it out, but that's what I got. Again, I had a thrift store. If I didn't get it at a thrift store, I'll let you know what was bought, what was not purchased. I got this microphone. I got this mouse, a Logitech mouse. If I can get it here, get it out. I wrapped it up in like that packing paper or whatever, so it doesn't get scratched. This here I picked up along with this keyboard. Okay, it matches the keyboard. I got them at different times. Keyboard I love it, and this is the same color of it. This goes with it, but I got them at different times. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let's put this back in the bag so it doesn't get scratched. I put that, that tissue paper around this so it doesn't get scratched. Not that wood. I keep everything in a little box and stuff like that, but just want to keep it to the side. These things are good to have here, guys. These are extension cords, and this I think it's 6 foot, but I seen a couple of these at the thrift stores. I think I bought another one. I think I have one more like this here. But if you see them, you might want to pick them up. Okay, I know it looks a little odd. Like, why is it shaped like that there? It doesn't matter. If you gotta extend something there and you need a USB cord, you like an extension cord, this is the one you might want to pick up. Thrift store find. But I'm not going to keep repeating thrift store. I'll let you know the stuff I purchased. All right, this here I got. It's a digital camera light, a digital camera camcorder LED video backlight with bracket. This I've used. I show people how I make rigs with it. Good thing to have. Like I said, I used this a couple of times for my rigs. Well, I ain't through yet. Believe me, I got a lot more stuff to show you guys. This here, these are the Anchor. I used them in my video, I think the other day, the one for the tripod. And this one here, these are the little charging packs here. And from Anchor, I got these here. I got 2 of them. And whenever I see them, I pick them up. These things are awesome. They really do. They really, if you have like a little light, whatever, like I have 2 ring lights I picked up here. I'm not going to show you them. They're bigger on stands, and I use these to power them up. And these things, like I said in my video, I think I said you get about an hour or so, maybe. It depends, how long you're going to use it for. And as long as they're fully charged, I recommend, if anybody's going to go on a video shoot, make sure they're fully charged. You'll see 3 little lights there. I don't know if you can see that there. You'll see 3 little lights. They should both have them there. Oh, this one. So this one here I used already. See, it's got 2. It's got the 3. This one here I used on one of my ring lights already. The one with the 2 on here. So this has got to be charged up. So I got to put that to the side. But I know I got to charge that one. So we'll leave that to the side over there. Here I picked up, this is from Vivitar. I think Vivitar puts this out. And it's supposed to have a base, but it don't. It didn't come with a base. It's a circular base. So what you could use with this here, one of these little tripods like this here, and mount it up like that there, and you got a base. And what you do is you mount your iPhone in here. I talk iPhone because that's all I use is iPhones. I got 3 of them. Got the iPhone 12 Pro Max, iPhone 8, and the iPhone 5S. And you would mount them in here. This would open up like that. This will accommodate it. And the little camera over here, when you're moving, wherever you're moving side to side, this here will turn like that there. You got this with the charging block. Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Gotta love that. Gotta love those thrift stores. Here's another thing I picked up. Little ring light again with the charging block. Look at this thing. You can mount it on your phone. I like that. You can put on your phone, on your monitor if it's thin enough. And you got to see it's got 3 lights features here. 1, 2, and 3. And the 4th one shuts it off. Came with the charging block. That's why I said, don't ever dismiss the thrift stores, folks, because you get some good stuff. This now, however, whoops. Oh, that's not good. Okay, sorry about that, guys. That's because this mouse here has the little buttons on the side. If you do it, it condenses the monitors, and you get all different displays. Anyway, what's also cool about this here is, check this out. It'll zoom you in and zoom you out, right? And it's got the button there to click it. Oh, let me go over here. I think that little arrow's there and there. Yeah, if you do this here, you can hear the clicking sound. Yeah, we'll leave it like this for now. This one I bought at Best Buy. This was, I think, $70 for it. I got it on sale. And I have to tell you that this came from the thrift store. Okay, and it came with the cord, the charging cord. Thrift store. It's brand spanking new. This one here, this Logitech mouse, it's ergonomic. It's for your hands, stuff like that. It works, and it'll work simultaneously. If I power this on right now with that mouse, I could use either or on this monitor. Okay, and it'll hook up to 3 monitors. It's got 3 settings here. Okay, and if you set it like that there, it'll sync up whatever monitor. Like I have a laptop over here, an HP laptop. This will sync up with it. However, though, I do have an HP mount, one for my mouse. But people are saying, "What are you gonna do with this? What are you gonna do with this one here?" I use it as a backup. Sometimes I use it. I like to use it. It's very comfortable the way it's designed ergonomically. And again, it came with the cord. All right, so we got that there. This here is for something else. This cord here, this is the one for it. This one's for a GPS. Yeah, but I have the cord. I have 2 cords because each one has its own charging cord. Here's the K900. Now this came, I got this. This was from not Temu. Was it Temu? I think it was Temu. I ordered something from them and they gave this here as an incentive thing. It's the K9 wireless microphone. And I am going to do a video with this here. Probably later on, depending on how long this is going to take. It shouldn't take that long. I'm going to show you how it sounds. Probably do it with the either iPhone 8 or iPhone 5S. What clarity you get out of this here. Okay. This was a freebie. I got this for nothing. With an order. Okay. Here, Mini 9 Wi-Fi smart camera. This one, again, came from my local thrift store. And this thing is great. It works good. Came with everything. The charging cable and everything. No problem with it. You could set it up somewhere and it gives you, full range in the whole room, whatever. It gives you the option to talk back and forth. So you have that option to talk back and forth to someone. Let's say it's a relative that came in, a crook, whatever, someone's going to rob your house, but you could talk to the person. They could talk back to you with this here. Nice. Got that there from them. Here, I keep them wrapped up because I don't want to get dust. Because I do a podcast. I do have a podcast. I haven't been on it in a long time. Shh, don't tell anybody. These are Sony. Let me take you out of the bag here. I keep everything because I don't want to get dusted. The reason why I have another one like this here, the reason why I keep doing the base because I don't want to get too dusted up. But this was nice. It's a nice one here. Great condition. Look at the ear pads over there. Great condition. I don't know if you can see that there. Each pad is nice. Like brand spanking new. Sony. My brand. I love it. So I love Sony's. And it's got that standard, you know, connector. I forget I don't know what the treat. I don't forget what they call it, but it's that standard fixture. You know, to plug in, plugs right into my computer. Also, my Blue Yeti mic. And I also have another one. Again, came from my favorite place. Check this one out here. Hope you guys don't mind me showing you this stuff here. I just want to show you the things I picked up throughout the course of the years. This here is from another one of my favorite brands, Logitech. And it's got the microphone that goes like this here. You pop it over your ears like this here. And sometimes I use this if I'm sitting down doing a video or whatever. Got to just adjust it like that. There we go. So it goes over my ears. And it's got the microphone over here. And it's got your buttons over here to make it go louder and to mute it. And it's got that same fit. Well, this is USB fitting. See? And yeah, got this one here too. This thing works great. I use this sometimes. Either one I'll use on my podcast. But I always use these here. You know, either one of them. Okay, so let's put this to the side over here. Okay, let's put that there. I only want to show you the things I got from the thrift store, not the stuff I bought. This here was a great find. Let me show you right now. I had to pick it up when I seen it in the thrift store. And I seen it in the glass casing, because they get the good stuff they put in the glass casing. And I told Leigh, said, "Can I see that there?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." And when I picked up, it also came with the booklet too. But the booklet I put away. This is a DJI one. It's the Osmo Mobile, whatever. I think I don't know if it's Osmo 2, whatever it is. This is what it came with, and it came with the booklet. I put the booklet somewhere else with the other thing, but this is what I got at the thrift store. Came with the cable, the charging cable, and this thing works like a breeze. The only thing I will say about this here, you know, I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 5S. It's no problem with that, but with this here, I notice it's like, this is a heavy phone, and I put this plastic case on. I went to the thrift store area. They got like little concessions over there, and I got a new case put on it. I put this magnetic thing on here I think I have it over here, and I'll show you that in a little bit. This I got at the thrift store. I'll show you in a little bit. But this metal thing here I picked up, but the case, it's all plastic. This here, this is glass. This protects my lenses on here. Spent quite a bit of money on these little things. So when you go to those concessions in there in the stores, they do charge you for it, you know, but it is what it is, you know. And I got the glass for the screen here. I mean, that's with all my phones. But this one in particular, I did spend a little extra because, like I said, I did spend quite a bit of money on this 12 Pro Max. But with the point I'm trying to get across is, if I mount this to here, it seems like the motors over here, because I don't know if this thing is geared or torqued for this type of phone. It's heavy. It is a heavy phone, folks. Believe me. Every time I hand it to somebody, I mean, a couple of even my relatives, when I see my like the family affairs, whatever, I give them phone. What kind is that? It's 12 Pro Max. I get it. That phone's heavy. This is a heavy phone. It is. It's got a lot of weight to it. But anyway, and the reason why I say that is because the last time I tried it on here, it was stabilizing it, but the motors over here were getting hot. See? This was getting hot, and this was getting hot. This was his gyros, I think, that got to keep it stable, whatever, when you're doing it. And I mean, as soon as I felt it, I stopped. I took it right off. I said, you know what? I'm not going to burn this out. If necessary, I'll shop around, and I'll get a you know, what do you call it there? A gimbal that'll handle it. That's made to handle those type of phones, because when I felt it getting warm, it didn't damage it. I tested out with the other phones, the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 5S. Everything is good. It works great. But I noticed with that phone, these little motors on the side over here were getting hot. So I said, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna take a chance with it. I don't want to destroy the thing. I mean, you know, I got it for a decent price. But still, I mean, even if you got it like for next to nothing, you don't want to destroy it. You know what I'm saying? You want to take care of it. Yeah, so this one here, just want to share this with you really quick, but this one, as far as this part goes, this one here is a Wi-Fi camera. This I got too, believe it or not, along with the other one. I showed you this one here. I showed you this one I got. This little guy I got, it's a Wi-Fi camera. That's what's on the box, Wi-Fi camera. And this is what it is. You get it, magnetic mount. And there's the camera right here. This is it. Look how little it is. And you get this, a lot of cable in here, I don't know, about 6 foot, whatever. You charge it up, and you can mount it anywhere. It's got the little sticky thing here, and you can mount it anywhere, and it works good. Believe it or not, this little thing works good. You know, I'm serious. I'm not kidding. It works great for a little micro, whatever you call it, well, it's a Wi-Fi camera, but it's so tiny compared to the other one. This one here, I don't think I took it out of the box. Let me just show you what it looks like out of the box. Let me just show you this here very quick here. This is what it looks like. You got the instructions with it, and this is what it looks like. Plastic, everything all plastic, but it works great, and it's got two-way conversation. You know, a person can hear you, and you can hear them. So pretty cool. Yep. So no complaints on my end. Oh, I took it off from here. Okay. Okay, it popped off. I hope it popped off and didn't break off. If it did, that's not going to do me any good. Oh, there it goes. All right. I thought it broke. I was like, oh no, my little camera's broken here. No, but anyway, that's what they got there. And like I said, these are just some of the things. Wait to see the other things I got though. All right, so we're gonna put the ones to the side, the cameras here. Play with that later. Put them away. Got a lot of packing. Got a little bag here. This bag, got it from the my thrift store, and I got a lot of cables, the USB cables for the iPhones. Bag full of them. Charging blocks. I have an iPad, the old one. I got the old iPad like that there, you know, the old guy, you know, big, I don't know what they call it. I just the iPad, whatever. And I got a little mini one over here I use that as a monitor. And I got one of those as well. Pick this up there. I don't know how many feet this is, maybe 8-10 feet, whatever it is, of cable, because I can charge my phone. If I use that extension cord thing, I can just sit here and charge it up the phone, whatever. But this is what I got, and it's a good one too. It's all got that nice mesh. It's got that mesh feel to it, you know. And I got a whole bunch of different ones here. This sort of give you an idea of the older iPad I have. It takes this charging block, and this is all original stuff. It's got the, I don't know if you can see, it's got the Apple logo on there, right over here. Maybe you can't see it, it's too bright, whatever. This is all Apple stuff. Well, these ain't. This is an aftermarket one. But this here is one. And I think, yeah, that's it. And then I got some other cables like this here. Now, people probably wonder, what are you going to do with those cables? You never know. Something might go bad, might get damaged, get frayed. Who knows? People might lose them. Who knows, you know? But I got a bag of cables. So, can't complain about that. You can't complain about that, guys. All right, so let's put this over here. Keep on going. We'll keep on going. There's some more cables. That actually goes with that there. I'll put it over here later. Let's see what else. I'm not going to talk about the stuff I purchased. I just want to talk about the stuff I got at the store. Let's see. These I bought. This is where we talked about that already. This I picked up. This is a little USB flash drive. I think it's 1 gigabyte. Got this. You know. Take it out, plug it in. It's like an extension cord here with this here. But that's how it works with this here. Oh, the reason why it's doing that, folks, just so you know, it's not broken. You got to slide this up. There you go. And then when you plug it in here, you make sure the holder here so it doesn't slide back. Like that. There you go. Yeah, the little lever, there's like a little lever back here that slides it back and forth. So I got that. Earbuds. Alright. Well, my twisties, we'll have to talk about the twisties. We know about that. Now, I got this here. I have one I bought. It's a Saramonic one. We're not going to talk about that one there. But I did get this one here. Let me get it out of here. This is the Pixel MC650. Takes 2 AA batteries. Plastic mount, plastic housing here. Not bad. It works good. Tested it out. It's got all your little buttons over here, settings over here, as you can see. And this here will mount on any of my cameras. I wouldn't put this on a little DSLR camera because that's where you have the Saramonic mic. It's too big. It'd be kind of gaudy for it. But I would mount this on my Sony DCR TRV340 camera, and you plug it right in. It doesn't go on. It's not a hot. Well, I have a hot shoe mount on that camera, but it's not a hot shoe itself. I mean, this here is not a hot shoe. You can see there, it's just plastic housing. You just put it in there and tighten it down, and you're good to go. And this will plug into your mic adapter on your camera. So I got this there. And yes, I use the paper towel things here just because I keep them in the bag and I don't want the thing to get crushed, because I had it without it and I had to wait for the phone to go recoil back to its normal, the way it looked. But I got that there. And they also give you this type of cable, the connector here, cable actually. Look at this here. Look at this. Let me get that out to show you. See, it's got the red and green. This is for the mic, this is for headphones. So if you have, this would connect to the microphone, that there, that's what it's got. This got to be, I think, I don't know, I think 6 feet of cord. This would plug into the microphone. This would plug into USB port in your computer. And if you want to plug headphones in there, that's for headphone mount, so you could have this, with, you know, and listen to it like that. And I keep this in here too because I don't want it to get messed up. So I cut part of the paper towel thing here, keep it in here. Yep, so we got that there. Still going to keep going, folks. Still got a lot more stuff to show you. All right. Check this out. Check this out. You're going to like what this is. And I ain't selling it if anyone's asking. Somebody might ask, sometimes people ask, are you going to sell it? I had that happen to me one time. So I was like, you're going to sell that thing? He's like, no, I'm not going to sell it. But I got to show this thing to you. I love it, well, because again, it's a Sony product and I love Sony. I mean, the things you see at these thrift stores, I mean, the things that people get rid of. This here is a Sony DVD player. Right there, Sony. This thing is like brand spanking new. I mean, if I power it on now, it's still, I haven't charged this thing in months, and the juice it holds. Look at the AC, the charger adapter. This is for Sony too. This is their brand. Look at the size of this thing, how big it is. And it charges us up. And check this out. Let me close it like that there. Yeah, this thing, I'm not getting rid of this here. I had a relative saying, oh, if you put it on eBay, it'll sell. I said, no, I'm not selling it. Now you're gonna get that. Came to remote control. The things, I'm telling you folks, well, I'm sure a lot of you know, the things that people get rid of at the thrift store. And let me tell you something, I gotta say one thing really quick. When it comes to buying electronics at these thrift stores, this thing's like brand, look at that thing, so shiny and clean. I wonder if anybody even used it. Anyway, the things that people get rid of, it's amazing. But here's the only caveat with that though. When you're buying stuff at a thrift store, they have a big sign over there. All sales final, no returns, no refunds. So you buy it, you own it. Plain and simple. So you got to keep your fingers crossed. Like, well, in a store, I was able to test this out. I put a DVD in there because they have, you know, they sell those as well. And I put that DVD, I put the DVD in there and stuff like that. I plugged it in and I said, okay, this is a keeper, it works. So I took it home. So this I was able to check out. And the only reason why I was able to check it out is because it had the AC adapter, or else otherwise you're taking a chance buying something that might not work. Okay. And I got it for a good price, but I didn't get it like super cheap, but I didn't pay a lot of money for it either. So, but I just happened to get lucky. Sometimes you do get lucky, but there was no way I was getting rid of this thing here. I said, yeah, because a relative said, oh, you know, those things sell on eBay. If you get it, you put this up, somebody buy it for you. I said, no. This is a keeper. This is a keeper. I'm keeping that bad boy. Let's see what else I got over here. Check this out. Brand new. This is M-Force, whatever. Right, brand new. I had the wrapping right. I took it off because, you know, I wanted to charge it up. And with this here, you get the little booklet with it, whatever, a little pamphlet, and you get these. You get the charger with it, right? And you get two batteries. Two flashlights. And this one here, not this one. I think this one here does. Let me turn it on. Let's see. Still got juice on it. And this one here, this one here ain't the one that I talk about, but this one here is the one that moves. Yeah, there you go. So like that there, and you can make the circle bigger or not, whatever. It still has the plastic on the thing here. Heavy, all metal. These are all metal, guys. These are metal, all cold to the touch. Let's see if it's still got juice in it. Oh yeah. See, it makes the circles bigger. I don't know if you can see that there. But anyway, I don't want to hurt your eyes over there. But anyway, this is what I got. This I paid for. I mean, you know, like I said, this wasn't super cheap, but it wasn't super expensive either. So that's why I say I picked it up and I said, you know what? I'm getting it. I need a good flashlight. And I charge these things up, and I don't know, last time I charged them, there's still a lot of juice in them too. So I lucked out with that stuff. This little guy. This one here, I like it because you get, it's a Logitech keyboard. It's wireless, right? And what's nice about this here, you could hook it up to your iPad. You could connect it, you know, sync it up with your iPhone. This thing is great. I got this, like I said, you know, again, it came with the case and all. This here. Now I have another one that's in my bag over there. It's another type of case like this here for Logitech. I should have brought that out too, but it's so much similar to this here. But it has a stand where you could put the iPhone or iPad in there, you know. So that's one thing I got there. This here I got, it's a Case Logic bag, and what came in this big, well, what I put in the bag, I bought these throughout the course of the years. These here are all little, I call them, well, not mini tripods, but mid-sized ones. Look at, they're mini ones. I mean, look at this thing. The Joby. Let me get this on the side over here. This is the Joby. This Joby goes with that thing I showed you earlier, the mount. Okay? I talked about this in the video I did yesterday for that tripod. And you're going to see that again probably. Here's some more little mini ones. Rubberized ones here, metal. These are those flexible ones like that there. Not bad, they're nice, they hold up if you need to. You ever see, like I talked about in the video, you ever see when people are walking, they show you these YouTubers are walking in the forest or something like that or whatever, in the woods, and they got the camera mounted in, and you go there, you can see where it is, they wrap it around a tree branch. That's what these are good for. I picked them up, I don't know, I got, like I said, there might be a couple other little ones there. I'm just looking over there, I think I got a couple little ones over there, but yeah, here's the Joby one. These are good, Joby's a good brand too. But the only thing is, you know, I just want to share this with you guys. I notice sometimes when you get the YouTubers, they got their DSLR cameras mounted up here. These things are a little cumbersome for your hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna use it for a long time, it could be a little annoying. I mean, you got a great grip on. There's no doubt about it. But out of the two, I like this one. It's softer. It's got a soft feel to it, and you can wrap your hand around it better than this thing here because you got all these little imperfections like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me, I think if I was going to use this, I mean, if I was going to set it up on a table, like a picnic table, if I was at a park or whatever, I mean, that's a different story because you're not holding it, you know. But I see sometimes, I can see YouTubers out there, and they're walking around with these things. And, you know, it's nice. You got the flexibility to move them around and stuff like that there. You know, sometimes you might get somebody like this here that's got the camera, and they're doing like that. But it's a little too much for me. But if I'm going to do something like that, I'd rather have this here. It's softer if I'm going to walk around with something like this, you know. This one here is a nice one too. This one here, it's not that big, you know, as far as like how big it opens up. You can see that's as far as it would go, right? It's not that big. That's as far as the legs extend. Nice tripod, metal. This is MX350. It's a nice one here, and it's still, even though it's only so small, like it goes up, this goes up too, gives you a little more, maybe 6-7 inches more, maybe, whatever. But this is a good one too. All right, I got so many tripods. I mean, to be truthfully honest with you, this one here is a good one too. Metal, all one lever controls everything. Okay, one lever. This lever here controls it this way. Tilt it. You know, you could do it that way there, horizontal, vertical, whatever. But it's all done with the lever here. That's it. Nothing like a couple. It's not like this one here where you have this setting here and you have this one over here and stuff like that there. You know, but that's just the way it is. And let's get the other one over here. This one here I got is a PhotoMate. PhotoMate came with the case. And like I said, I bought them all at different times, of course. Can you imagine going to the store? People would think I'm crazy, like, what's this guy gonna do with all these tripods? But this one here is a nice one as opposed to this one here. Okay, it's a little different, and I'm gonna show you how it's different. This one here, this doesn't rise up, but it's got a long, but you can't see that there, but if it even goes even further yet, I think that's it too. Okay, so you got that part, all right, this here, but metal, heavy, okay, made well. Now the difference between this guy and this one, this still comes out to just basically the same, about the same length, right? You gotta move this here. The way they lock it, you gotta twist it a little. Okay, same type feel. This is a little more solid, but it is what it is. But what's nice about this, same thing. One little feature here, you could move it this way, same thing, like that. Pick it up, move it down like that. But what's nice about this one, what is nice about this, you get a couple little buttons over here. This one here gives you the ability to crank it. See, you could crank it up. So not only do you have the height, you could also crank it up. Now something like this here, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I use this with I would definitely use it with my Sony handy cams like the Sony DSLR TR340 because it's strong. Don't get me wrong, it's strong, and you also got a locking thing here where you lock it in so it doesn't slip down. I don't know. I mean, it probably would accommodate it, but I'd rather use, if I'm going to use the 340, the DCR TRV 340, I would use this one. I feel comfortable with this one here. It's a little more solid, you know. But yeah, that's the thing with this here. But that is the difference between that one and the other one I showed you. Okay, let me make sure that's on there. Okay, yeah. But that's what's nice about this one. And when I see it in the thrift store, I say, you know what? I have one like that somewhere. It was the same thing until I actually took it out and I said, no, this is different here. This one you can crank up. And that's a photo mate. All right, so put that back in there if I can get it in there. Or maybe it's got to go this way here. Should have known better. Okay. Yeah, came with the case too, which is nice. Yeah. A lot of people wonder, and I told relatives like that, how many tripods. What are you going to do with all those tripods? It's like, I find use for them. At one point or another, I will find use for them. Trust me. I want to share some more little tripods with you guys. And again, I know a lot of people are going to question it, but I have a whole bunch over here, a little guy here. This is not a Joby, I don't think. This is very light. I mean, geez, it's like a paperweight. I mean, not even a paperweight. If you put this on paper, the paper would blow away. Very light, but you know, it's good for light stuff like that there. Could you use this on, I wouldn't do it with a big phone. This would be good with maybe a GoPro. If you're gonna do videos with that with the Go. It's nice, it's soft to the touch. But as far as like, I wouldn't put anything, definitely wouldn't put the iPhone 12 on there. Definitely. I don't know, the iPhone 8, the iPhone 5S, maybe, I don't know, but it's too light. It's literally, folks, it's like a paperweight. Then I got this one over here. I'm not crazy about it. I picked it up because like I do, you know, like I said, I kind of like semi-collect these tripods for things like this to show people what kind of tripods are out there. And just get people like, oh, well, I didn't know that there. This has got a metal housing over here. Looks like it's got a clip, something to clip on there. And that's basically a ball mount. You mount your camera on there, whatever. Again, I would use this here for light stuff. Definitely would not use this on, I don't even know if I even use something like this on my own. But if you're going to mount it on a table, it does, these little metal legs here are strong enough to support it. But I think this would be good with a GoPro or an iPhone 5S. Or iPhone, whatever. That's just my personal take on it. This one here is definitely a Joby, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is the Joby one, right? I think it is. I got this one over here. Yeah, this is the Joby one. This is pretty cool. Nice little one here. You just, you know, if you got to take it off the stand, whatever, just a little push button over there. And that's where you would make it tighter if you want to tighten it up, or you would actually remove it. But for the most part, you're not going to do that. So it just locks in. And then you would just put your phone on here. Again, light stuff, light duty. You know, that's it. I mean, these are basically for, I mean, this is a jellyfish. This is pretty somewhat sturdy for a plastic tripod. You know, it's got the ball thing here. You can move it around like that there. Believe it or not, this probably would, if it's on a nice flat surface, this probably would accommodate the 12 Pro Max. Let me see, I got it right here. Yeah, it's got enough space for it to mount it on. It's got to tighten this up here. Yeah, this would hold it up. If this was on a base, it would hold it up without dropping it. See? It would hold it up. So, I mean, yeah, I would trust this with the iPhone 12 Pro Max if I was going to take it and, you know, set it up like this. Yeah. I don't know. I guess you could even do it this way too. I mean, everything's plastic housing. The only thing is you're taking your chance that this thing snaps there goes your phone on the floor. But if you're doing it, like I said, you're sitting down at a table and you don't want to hold, let's say you're FaceTiming, because sometimes I FaceTime my kids, whatever, relatives. I don't want to sit there, doing this for the whole time. Oh, yeah, okay, you're sitting there talking with it. I'd rather just do something like this, put it on the desk, point it towards me, and I got it to go. So this is a jellyfish here. Then again, they got these here, these little ones I think I showed you before. I got one over there. This is very, very cheaply made, but people say, why'd you pick it up? I don't know. It's not a fetish of tripods. I pick them because I might have a need for them for the most part. I do use them on occasion, but I mean, as far as like all of them, it depends what I'm working with. If I'm going to do something where I need 2 tripods, mini tripods, I'm demonstrating something, yeah, then one of these here or both of them might be in handy, come in handy. This is Vivitar, little metal one here. Again, this here, I would look how little it is. Now you say, well, what would you do? What would a person do with such a small little tripod like this? Again, if you're going to do a GoPro, I would do something like that with DJI little action camera. The iPhone 5S, this would probably be able to handle it. That definitely not. The 12 Pro Max definitely wouldn't use that. But again, that's what it's all about. I mean, you gotta, common sense will tell you, what are you gonna do with this little thing? It's like, I don't know. Here's another flexible one right here. This one I couldn't see the make on there, but this one here is pretty interesting. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's got the flexible legs like that, right? That very comfortable. Out of this one here has got more to offer than this. This one's, like I said, a paperweight. This is light too. But what I like about this one, it's a little different. And let me show you something over here. See here, it's got like a little screw in here. You see that there? Well, not the screw, but this part here, the screw has something to do with this here. But when you turn this little screw, you close it in and out, right, like this here. You get it to that point. There's a little button back here. See this button? When you push it, it allows it to pop out. Now, when you put this in here, back in its base, lock it in. Oh, it should lock in. Whatever. I guess it is locked in. Okay. And if you don't want to accidentally, I don't know if that's what they did it for, you don't want to accidentally eject it, what you're going to do is, see this little screw again? Here, we go back to that screw. See it there? See the side back here? When you tighten it, I don't know if you can see that there. When you tighten it like that, see it? If you can see it right there. Right there. When you tighten it, now you can't open the button. It locks it. See? And check this out. Let me just see this because I don't want to break it. Check this part out. This has a screw adapter too. Look. Now, if your phone, you got a big phone in here, look at this. It'll close it up too. See how it closes up? See how it's getting narrow again? Yeah. I never seen this. That's why I never seen a tripod like this, a little mini one like this, with these type of with this type of feature like this here. I mean, those are things I'm not really used to. And that'll, as you can see, it closed it down, but it still gives you room to open it up. So I found this one interesting. That's why I picked it up. I said, this is different. This is different. Now, when I put it back in the bag I showed you, I take this off because, like I said again, I don't want to put it in case it could crack us. Believe it or not all of these, but a lot of the small ones go in here with this here in the bag. And this is the last one. Okay, yeah, and I got another little tripod thing. Basically, it's the same thing as the other one. I have to go crazy with that. This one's interesting. Here, comes in a little case. Look how little this thing is. Yep. Take it out. This is the Giadas. I can't make it out. I can't make it. Glottis, whatever. It's a C-pod, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, the legs pop out. Look at this thing. The legs pop out like that. That's how it looks like that there. Right. And if you put them back again, this is how you mount it. Like this. Right. You pull this lever and you lift this up. And here's the screw where you would take a little screwdriver and you get one of those little attachments there and you would screw it on here and then you would put whatever it is on here, your phone. Now this here, I would trust this here, after I lock it in, I would definitely trust this if I had the phone mount for my iPhone. So this I would trust because it's solid and it would, I don't have to worry about it teetering, you know. It could handle it because it's all metal. As far as I can feel, it's all metal, and it does give you the flexibility to, you know, to extend the legs a little if you need it to be higher, right? Yeah, that's the way it works. And you can't even bend this one pivot. This one's always fixed. These here, these will pivot like that back and forth. They swivel back and forth. So yeah, this is an interesting little one. Again, when I seen it, I said, this is different. Got to pick it up, you know? I don't know. People, like I said, probably think I'm, you know, I have a fetish with tripods. I don't really, but I guess it seems that way. And then, of course, when you get these, I think everybody and their aunts and uncles have them. Let me get them over here on my phone. Just want to share this with you guys. Now we talk about, here, we'll go with this here first. These are your traditional, what are these, selfie sticks, right? And I don't know what people don't realize that what you could do with the selfie stick is you could take these off, like this here, and you can mount it on here, whatever, if it tightens up, and then you could use this here. But what people don't realize, you could also take the base off, and you could take it on a little tripod like this. If you didn't have one, let's say you didn't have a base, you could take this off here and mount it on a little tripod like this here, and now you can mount it on there. Okay, you could do that with these here. That's why I said people maybe they don't realize it, but yeah, this is your traditional selfie stick. You know, you pop it on there and stuff like that there. So yeah, I got those. You know where I got them. I have to repeat myself. This one here is pretty cool too. I took the remote control parts off over here because I don't want to burn out the batteries. I keep everything listed in here. See a little bag here, like this would go with this one. This goes, I think, with this one here goes with this guy here. You know, I got the basics of coin batteries. But what's nice about this one here, this will work with those there. They sync up with your iPhone. So those buttons do anyway. And what happens is when you're getting ready to do a, you know, a video, this would pop out like this. Yeah, you can see that there. Let me get over here, like that, and you'd mount your phone here. Okay, all right, and then you could do that there. And then when you hit that button on there, it'll activate it to record and pull, you know, stop and record. But that's how this works. And again, it's telescopic. Nice little, you know, tripod thing. I had to get it pocket size. You could just put this in your pocket. If you have your little camera big, you could put it in there. If you want to tighten up the tension, just go like this here. You can tighten the tension up on it as well. So you got that one there. All right. So this one over here is another nice one. This one comes with this. This goes on here, connects to it here, same thing. The only difference is with this one here, it's got the ring light built into it. I don't have the batteries burnt out, not burnt out, I didn't charge it up. But you would mount your iPhone here, same thing, telescopic, like that there. That's as far as it goes. And you got the light here, and you got the thing for your mount for your phone. Like that there. Same thing, you can tighten it up too as well. Keep it like that, whatever. Yep, so we got that there. We're getting into this later on because I got other stuff I want to share with you guys. The other thing and we're coming close to the end here now, folks. Seriously, I know you probably say, how long is this going to go on for? No, we're coming to the end with this here. I want to talk about the tripods I got. And this tripod here is a Star D by Davidson. Manufactured date. I always got the date on it, whatever, but this one here, this thing is awesome. And the way you would work with this here, I do use this on occasion. It's tall. It's very tall, this thing here. And how you lock it in is just tighten it up. And once you give it that tight, it's not going to go anywhere. Now, this one here, this thing is made really well. I like the other one. My other one that I showed in my video, that's my favorite one. I also have one for the Sony remote control one, but I'm talking about ones I got from thrift stores. I'm not talking that I bought. But this one here is all metal. That's not there. Every time I try to do this here with this here, I always have a hard time with this. I don't want to damage my chair here. Let's see how I could do this here. Sometimes it gets, you know, it's funny that way when it works, you know, the way it works that way. I mean, there we go. I think I gotta move it up this way here. I gotta go this way. I think I got this locked. Oh, Okay. That doesn't help if you keep it locked. Yeah. Anyway, so this is all metal, right? This here, right? You can lock it in this way here. And I tell you, when they make, this is vintage, you know, it's an older one. But I tell you one thing, when you tighten this thing up, it locks in, it's good. I mean, it's, again, and here it's got a crank. It's got the gear. Look at the gear in this thing here. Look at this thing. This thing's made like a tank. Look at that deal. Look at that gear in there. And that's how that would work. You would, and the way it's so smooth. This here, I could probably put a 20-pound camera on this thing and it would handle it. It's heavy, and the way it works, it's amazing. It's so fluid the way it works. That's that big gear in this gear. That's like, this thing is made like a tank. I mean, I got this at the thrift store. Like I said, you know, this is definitely a keeper. Definitely a keeper. But yeah, that's what this is. Like I said, this is the Star D by Davidson. This is one I picked up. Okay, and let me show you the monopods. You guys familiar with monopods? Well, yeah, you're going to be familiar with them now. First one I bought, again, it was at the thrift store. I bought them at different times. And when I see it, like, this thing is light like a feather. I said, what is this thing? It was in the bag, and I took it out. I was like, oh, it comes with a little bag. Look at the string, how thin it is here. But, you know, you don't need a heavy-duty string to carry. It's like next to nothing. So I got it out of the bag, I looked at it, and it's like, what is this little thing? And it's like, oh, it's a monopod. Now, you know, unless you actually see in action, you know, like you might get sports news, you know, sportscasts that are videotaping games. They, you know, they have stuff like this, but you don't know. You're like, you know, you might think there's a base. Some of them do have a base with them, but this one here is like brand new, and it's got the quick release mount here. You open this up like this here, and the thing pops out like that. Then you lock it in there. I know, you know, I wasn't familiar. I mean, I know tripods. I mean, how can you not know a tripod? But when I heard the monopod, I was like, wow, a monopod, interesting. And it opens up, so you know, tall, whatever. I don't know. I'd say maybe looking at it from this side here to there, maybe about 6 feet, maybe 6 feet, 7 feet, maybe 6. I would say 6, between 6 and 7 feet. And this one here is the. Let's put it closer up here. This one here is, did I tell you what it was? X something. I have to use the writing in here is like really messed up. It's the XT720 MP Pro. Exit. That's what it's called. So, yeah, and it came with the bag, which is pretty cool. And I probably will eventually take this here when I am doing videos, because it's easier than taking a tripod, you know. But I'm going to show you the other monopod I got. And this one is heavy duty. This is the heavy duty one. I'm not sure if this is the one that came with the bag and not like this here. Okay, this is for the other thing. Now this one here, this is a nice one. This is Vanguard. And it is made well. I mean, I have to honestly say, this thing's like a tank. I guess you stand on this here, whatever. But look at this one here, Vanguard. This is like brand spanking new. And, you know, everything, the feel of it's even got that, it's got that heavy duty feel compared to this one. But, yeah, this one's a nice one too. You know, locks in, stuff like that there. And this one, I believe, extends about the same length, I would think. Maybe not. Let's see. I got it all the way opened up. Maybe not as big as the other one. Yeah. Maybe not as big as the other one. Let's just see something here. Does this move up? No. Okay. I was just wondering if it moved up. I haven't used it. I haven't checked it out in a while. But it's got the nice foam grip there. And again, you know, if you're at an event and you don't want to hold a camera, like if I was going to use this here for my Sony DCR TRV340, this would definitely, I would feel comfortable with the mount on, because it's heavy duty and, you know, it's not flimsy. Let's put it that way. It's not a flimsy one. So, yeah, I would feel comfortable with this guy. But this, again, you know where I told you where I got it from. So, I don't have to keep repeating myself. It's the same thing. But I'm sorry. If I do, I'm sorry. I do apologize. All right, but that's what I got there. And the last but not least is the one that I did yesterday, and that's this guy right here. I have to honestly say, out of all the tripods I own, outside the Sony one I have, I'll show you that one too. Let me show you the Sony one I got really quick. That don't fall. This one I bought, I know this I bought from Sony. This one here is nice, came with the bag and everything. This was $100. And I got these when I bought my 2 cameras. I bought the Sony DCR TRV 340 and the Sony CyberShot S75. I bought it for them because it works with both of them. This here is a nice one. This one here, it's remote control. As you can see, it's got the remote on here, stuff like that there. You know, pan in and out, power on, power off. And this one here, you can see it says right here, Sony. Right? This is the Sony remote control tripod, VCT D68 ORM. That's what this is. And plastic housing, metal, plastic thing here. And I had, you know, I have if I have to get any parts, I have spare parts because I had one once before. I picked them up like this here, and I wanted to keep it as just in case the handle of it goes bad. But yeah, this back in the day when I bought it around the same time I bought my Sony camera, and what do you call it there? It was $100, and it came with the case. So yeah, this, I mean, I'm showing you this here, but I just wanted to show you in case you didn't know what I was talking about for the new subscribers or whatever. This is what I bought, brand spanking new. So yeah, but the other one I want to show you, this one here, the one I showed yesterday. If you didn't see that video, I just want to share this with you guys. And this is going to be the last part of this video. Probably saying, oh my God, thank God. How much more is this guy going to talk about? This is the one I was talking about yesterday. This is the Gold Crest. I believe it's a 993L or whatever. And this one here, look at all the things on those levers here. You know, that's what really got me going. When I seen this in the thrift store, it was like brand spanking new. I said, and this guy's heavy. I mean, that's the one I showed you before is heavy, but this one is super heavy. And this one here, like I said, this Gold Crest one, it's awesome. I mean, the way it works, the way it tilts like that there. I think if you watch my video, you know what I'm talking about, and you can move it in and out like that there if you're doing transitional work. This bad boy is great. I love it. But this is my favorite one. And I mean, out of all the tripods, this is my favorite one. Someone was asking me if I was going to sell. I said no. No, this is a keeper. I will always hold on to this here because I like the idea that it tilts. And like I said, because I shoot videos or do my photos for the items I do sell on eBay, and this is perfect. I can mount the camera on there. If I use the remote, I don't have to worry about hitting the button on it. I could use the remote on, like I said, my iPhone, right? I could hit my watch. I could just hit the button to take a snapshot or whatever. This thing is handy. Now I'm not getting rid of this. I'm keeping this here. But what really had me going is because I'm not used to seeing, of all the tripods I own, I wasn't used to seeing all these different levels on here. I mean, think about it. You look at it, you say, what's with all the levers? That's what got me. That when I seen it on the shelf, I said, what kind of tripod is this thing? You know? And then you got this lever over here, and then you have this thing mounted on. It was like, here's the mount over here, right, for whatever. And I was like, what is this thing? And then you got this little thing, the little butterfly thing that opens up, and then you got this thing over here that spins around that locks it in. But I honest to God, I never came across a tripod like this. Matter of fact, I never even knew they had tripods like this, to be truthfully honest with you. Seriously, I never knew they even had tripods like this. But needless to say, that's what really caught my interest when I seen all these levers here. I didn't know what it was. That's the truth, you know. But who knows? You know, you see these things, just like what I didn't know. But that's what I said. That's why I picked it up. And when I found out what it was all about, it's a metal tilt one. I was like, this is one that's going to come home with me. And the thing is like brand spanking new. It's so clean, and I don't know. I feel like I lucked out with that. Between that and the iPods, what do you call them, monopods, whatever. As far as like, if anybody's wondering if I will be buying any more tripods, no, that's it. I'm done with tripods. No more tripods. I have enough of them, you know. And I also have another one I picked up. I used a tripod. I forget what make it is. I have it over there on one of my ring lights because I just got the ring light base, and I used that tripod for that there. I forget the name of that model. That one's brand new too. Actually, I got 2 over there. One for the webcam, and I got one for the for the ring light. The ring light, the one I have over here to the left of me, and everything's reversed. That one there came with its own what you call it, stand, but the other one didn't. And I got 5 Logitech webcams where I shoot in different directions and stuff, different angles, and that's what I use one of my tripods. So I got enough tripods. I don't need any more. I'm not buying any more mini ones unless it's a real oddity piece. But as far as that, I mean, I think I have enough collection for tripods. But the reason why I'm showing you all this here, folks, is because you don't maybe you do, but when I look back at all the stuff I got at these thrift stores, I was like, holy smokes, you know, I mean, let alone the webcams. Out of all the webcams, I only own one that's brand new, and it's a Logitech Brio. So out of 6 webcams, 5 are from the thrift store, are all Logitech, and the one I got that I'm recording right now is the Logitech Brio. But as far as webcams, I don't need any more webcams. I got 6 of them all together. That's enough. That's enough different angles. You know, I mean, it's crazy, but a lot of people probably wonder what's the purpose of it. Well, just to give you just a little preview of what it's all about. Here is, let me just go like this here. I don't know if the thing is still active here. Sometimes my mouse goes crazy with this thing here. Okay, well, let's go back over here. Make sure. See, sometimes I have to reactivate the thing. It goes in like sleep mode. So this is this one here is cam 1. This is cam 1 here. This is cam 2. This is cam 3. This is cam 4. This is cam 5, the overhead. That's the overhead one. This is cam 6, where it does the split screen. You can see everything's all like that. But anyway, guys, I hope you don't mind me sharing this stuff with you guys. I just wanted to, you know, bring that to your attention that, you know, the thrift store, you do find some pretty good things. And I like all the stuff I got. I mean, running out of space, but I like all the stuff I have. All right, guys. Well, anyway, I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's long and boring. I do apologize, but I just wanted to throw it out there. I hope you liked this video. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and if you want to be updated. So when I post the videos, please hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Bassini signing off. I'll talk to you guys the next time. Take care, and bye-bye for now.